Hey everyone, welcome back to LightHearted. I'm Britton.
And I'm Rachel. Today we're talking about something extra special and near and dear to our hearts, celebrating milestones. Whether they're big, small, or somewhere in between, milestones are worth recognizing and appreciating.
And speaking of milestones, we have officially wrapped up the first season of our podcast and we're so excited. To celebrate, we are heading to Disney World! We are so excited to celebrate this big moment with something that feels really meaningful and really fun to us. But this episode isn't just about our trip, even though we will talk about it a little bit. It is really about why celebrating milestones matters and then how you can do it kind of in your own life, whether those are big things or small things. It's just really important to celebrate things.
So let's start by talking about why celebrating milestones is so important. When you think about it, life is full of moments that deserves to be recognized. But so often we just move on to the next thing without stopping to appreciate what we've achieved.
Celebrating milestones gives us a chance to pause, reflect, and say, hey, I did that. It helps us stay motivated and reminds us that all the effort we're putting in is really worth it. Have you had a moment? I know you have. Have you had a moment where you celebrated something small and it totally shifted your perspective?
Oh, I'm sure. That's like that's a fun question, but it's also hard because I feel like I'm bad at celebrating things for myself. Depending on what it is. I'm a birthday girly. Like I want to do things for my birthday. When it comes to like kids though, like kids in my house, I love celebrating their milestones and like when they walk, I'm going to make a little video of like how, you know what I mean? Like celebrating the things that they've learned to do. Birthdays are really important. We do birthday photo shoots. I do them myself. So we like set it up and it takes time and energy to wrangle toddlers and take their picture, but it's like it's so fun, and to have those memories is like so important. And so I love celebrating all those little things.
Love that.
Holidays, I like doing little holiday photo shoots.
Yeah.
So.
And your sets, you said it takes a long time. Like it's because your sets are legit.
Thank you.
You don't do anything halfway, and I love it. It's so cool. It's so good. I think for me, it's really just like taking moments to like appreciate the hard work that went into the things that I do.
Yeah.
So like I still maybe I'm not necessarily good at like celebrating the thing, but like taking a minute to be like, holy crap, like I worked for this long, or
yeah.
I really put this much effort into this thing. And I think like recognizing the work that I put into things has like shifted my brain to be like, okay, like it's good to work hard.
Yeah.
And then it's like cool to see the outcome from that.
Right.
So I think it almost like builds the strength in my brain to be like,
yeah,
we can work hard and we can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think I felt that way about like we did a launch party for the podcast.
Yes.
And like we put work into that thing. Like we took time, we planned it, we knew what we wanted, and like we worked hard.
Yeah. We spent lots of hours talking about it.
It paid off.
It really did.
So
it was a great party.
It was so fun.
It was so fun. Yeah. But it was kind of weird planning a party to celebrate us.
Oh yeah. I felt so odd.
I felt so weird being like, come party with us about us.
Yeah.
That was so weird. But like, yeah, all of the planning really paid off. And it didn't feel weird when we were there.
No, it was just like we were having fun with
the people we love.
The people closest to us, and
celebrating
something that we are passionate about.
I agree. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just feels really good to take a step back and be able to enjoy like those positive, happy moments.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And there's actually science behind that.
Love it.
Research shows that celebrating achievements, even small ones, can boost our dopamine levels and help us feel more fulfilled. It's like our brain's way of saying, good job, keep going.
I know personally that I really did feel in the past that like anything less than achievement was just unacceptable. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it was like, no, like I'm just supposed to achieve. I'm supposed to do this thing.
Right.
So like success really was the only option. So this mindset is one that I've really had to learn to let go of. And it's been hard to let go of it. And I know like Like my husband still struggles with that. Like I talk to people every day who they're like, but that's just what I'm supposed to do. Like I'm supposed to achieve. I'm supposed to be successful.
Yeah.
And so like it's such a hard thing. So I would just love to share some quick tips for getting started on like noticing those small milestones.
Yeah.
So how do we start to kind of pick up on them in our lives?
Yeah. I think the first thing I can think of is acknowledge it. Even a simple, I did that, can be enough to mark that moment.
Yeah, that's a really good one. One thing that I like to do that like, it's going to sound a little backwards. Okay. It sounds really braggy, but I think there's just like, there's a big difference between like boasting about something and bragging, where it's like, if you're boasting, it's because like you think it makes you better than other people.
Yeah.
And like bragging is like, I want like a shared experience of joy.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think one thing to do is to like share that moment. So like tell your friends, tell your family, like if you're proud of something that you did and like you worked hard on something, I think it's good to like have other people share in the joy.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think it is all about how you say it.
Agreed.
Like if you're coming across like, oh my gosh, I am so amazing and I did this, this, and this, and I just can't believe how awesome I am.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah. But like if you were to say like,
hey,
I'm
like,
really proud of this.
Yeah, I achieved this and I'm proud of myself. And I just wanted to share how excited I was that I got through this or I did this.
I like that.
Yeah.
And like that's a good difference.
Yes.
Yeah. I like that a lot.
Another tip is to do something special. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant like going to Disney or taking a huge vacation or like
But it can be.
It can be, but it doesn't have to be. Treat yourself with your favorite fun drink or snack, take a relaxing day off, or write about it in your journal.
How do you celebrate your everyday milestones?
I don't.
We're working on it.
It's hard to convey something that is so real and passionate that we are bad at.
Yeah, I think like I think these smaller things where it's like, okay, we are doing something special, we're sharing the moment, we're acknowledging that like we accomplished something, like we are practicing being good at that. Mm-hmm. But like it's hard. And I think like, okay, as Christians, like we're taught to be humble, right? Where it's like, is it good or is it bad to be like sharing things about yourself?
Yeah.
Right. And so I think finding that line where it's like, no, like I'm excited and I feel really like proud of myself for accomplishing this.
Yeah.
But then like doing it in the right way where like it doesn't feel like this icky thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's hard to find the balance, but we're finding it. We're working on it.
We're working on it. Yeah. I think that's something that is kind of huge and goes along with this and could be a whole separate episode is celebrating the things we do is so important and we need to like recognize those things. But also, I think so often we pray for things or we ask for things and then it happens and we just completely ignore it.
Yeah.
Because it was our expectation to begin with. Like something simple like, please get me to work safely today. That's a normal prayer that I would pray pretty much anytime I drive.
Yeah.
Saying a prayer and then getting to work safely, you don't think about it.
No. So like how often do you stop to be like, thanks?
So I think that's important and we need to do better at that.
I agree.
At recognizing the things that God does for us.
Yeah, I agree. I like that a lot.
Okay, now let's talk about the big milestones. Like, for instance, wrapping up our first season and planning a trip to Disney World. Why do you think celebrating big moments like this really matters?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. I think it's about just giving yourself permission to go all out. Yeah. And that it's okay to be excited about things. Yeah. So big milestones deserve big celebrations because they represent all the hard work, the dedication, and the growth, honestly, that went into reaching them. Because like, how much have we learned in the last 6 months?
A lot.
But like we probably wouldn't have learned. Right. You're like, yeah. Yeah, so much. So for us, Disney World feels like the perfect way to mark this chapter of our lives because like it feels like a really big deal.
Yeah, and it's one of our favorite things. So it's like, of course.
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah.
We have to.
And it's also about creating memories. When you celebrate a big milestone, you're not just recognizing the achievement, you're making a moment that you'll look back on and smile about, hopefully for years to come. What's been your favorite big celebration in the past?
That's a big question. Man, that's a tough question. I think our launch party like felt really good because it was like, it was weird because it was like the beginning of something.
That nobody knew what it really was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that was a weird time to celebrate, but it felt really happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I loved it. So I loved our launch party. And then, like, as most of you know, I was a national title holder for Prime Pageants. And one of my favorite things that we did to like celebrate during Nationals week was that we would all go to Disney together to just like celebrate the hard work that we had put into our reigns.
That's fun.
And it just like, it felt like kind of the perfect way to celebrate it is like being princesses at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Like it was the best thing ever. So it just felt like such a fun and joyful way to close one chapter and then step into the next one.
Yeah.
What about you? What have been your favorite celebrations?
I know we're gearing up and getting ready to go to Disney World, and I'm very excited about that. But my 21st birthday, I went to Disney. I really enjoy celebrating my birthday, and when I turned 21, the past couple years had kind of been meh, because we were in a pandemic, and like it wasn't bad or anything. Like I had decent birthdays, but I didn't do anything extravagant, which you don't have to do anything extravagant, and I know that. Turning 21 for me was a big milestone that I was actually like kind of dreading in some way.
Yeah.
And I know it's going to sound silly to a lot of people, but like when I was a kid, like my goal was to be married by 21. Like that was my age limit. I was like, I do not want to be like, I want to be married by 21, which I know is so young for a lot of people, but hey, you know, I was
It was your goal.
That was my goal. That was what I wanted. And I would have been totally fine with that, by the way. Would have been happy. But that's just not the plan God had, and that's okay. So being able to do something really fun that I enjoyed and not sit at home and be like miserable was like really cool. And I got to go with like my sister and my sister-in-law and have the best time ever. So I really loved that.
It's like not a bad way to celebrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I think we should share some tips as we do. So what tips do you have for planning some fun celebrations?
Yeah, I think this one's so like person by person. So I guess like as a really cliche first answer is to just like make it really personal and authentic to yourself.
Yeah.
Because like if we hated Disney.
Right. Like we're sitting here going Disney, 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 everything Disney. And if you're like, but I don't enjoy theme parks.
Yeah, like maybe that sounds stressful or it makes you sick or something. Like,
yeah.
Don't go to Disney. Don't do that. Yeah, so I would just say like choose a celebration that reflects what's actually meaningful to you. Yeah. And then that can be, you know, a trip or a small party or, you know, doing something creative or going out to dinner with a couple of your friends. Like whatever it is that like helps you to just like bring some attention to the fact that you accomplished what you set out to accomplish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my biggest tip, because I don't like doing things alone, is to involve your people. Celebrate with the people who've supported you along the way. It always makes those moments so much sweeter.
Yeah, I agree. And I think kind of to your point, like those people, like they're supporting you along the way. They're probably checking in on you. Like it feels good for them to kind of know what the outcome is as well.
Yeah.
Right. Like they like knowing that they were part of your journey and that like you accomplished what you set out to accomplish.
Yeah.
So like, I know it sounds selfish to celebrate yourself, but like those people also want to know.
Right.
That like they were part of your journey.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. All right. My final tip, which is one that I struggle with, but that I'm working on. I'm practicing getting better at it, is to capture memories. So like take photos, write about it, record a video, do something. We've been trying so hard to do like more behind the scenes stuff and like really capture the moments of us working really hard because like we want to be able to look back on those things and appreciate how much work went into it.
Right.
Yeah. So something we're still working on too, but I think if you can do that, it helps you to appreciate the moment even more.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So the moment we've all been waiting for, let's talk about Disney World. Why does this feel like the perfect way to celebrate for us?
Because we love Disney, and we've both, like, as we just shared with our stories of like big celebrations, we've both had really positive, good experiences with Disney, and those are the ones that have impacted us. So it just seemed fitting.
It seems right.
Like when I went to Disney, we all struggle with mental health things. And I'm not saying Disney fixes it. Most definitely does not, because life's hard. But for those like 4 days or whatever, it was just like, I didn't feel anxious once. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, it was just like, I get I got to be a kid. Like, it's just a place for you to just enjoy yourself and like act like a kid again.
Yeah. I think Disney is such a good reminder to just dream big and embrace creativity, which is what we were going for here. It's been such a huge part of our journey with this whole podcast.
Yeah.
And we're so excited and so thankful. During our trip, what's the thing you are most excited about?
Everything. Probably food.
That's what I was going to say.
Or Cosmic Rewind. Because, hello.
Yeah.
I love Disney food, though. So good. Yeah.
I was going to say eating our way through like Epcot. I'm so excited.
Pizza. I know that sounds so basic.
The pizza.
Cheese
But like
pizza.
even like the like Mickey Mouse pretzels. Like they're just
Churros.
better. Yeah. Like the ice cream. It's just ice cream, but it's better
a Mickey
there.
bar. Beignets. I am excited about a brisket grilled cheese
Oh.
in Hollywood
Sounds great.
Studios.
Yes.
And pulled pork mac and cheese. I like meat and cheese, obviously. In Animal Kingdom. Oh, yeah.
So
Food
excited to eat.
and rides. And the shows. Everything. I love Fantasmic, so.
I'm so excited for Fantasmic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My first time going was last year and I'm fully sold. I think it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And my husband has never been on the Star Wars rides. And so I'm so excited.
Oh.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
those ones.
Yeah. So that'll be really fun.
Mm-hmm. I'm just so excited to do everything. And it feels like the perfect way to mark this milestone.
I agree.
I'm so excited.
I agree. And I feel really lucky. I feel lucky that we're going to go together. Rachel knew of a really great travel agent. And so if you book, this is not sponsored, by the way, we just need to say that, but it was just awesome.
Mm-hmm.
If you book through Disney travel agents, then like you don't pay them, Disney pays them.
Right.
And they just help you book everything.
Yeah.
So we have been working with Minnie Mouse Trips and we'll link that below.
She's awesome.
She's amazing. And we're going to have a call with her where she just like walks us through everything. She has made it so easy to book everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So if you're planning a Disney trip, just book a Disney travel agent. It's well worth it.
Yeah. It helps you, helps them. And I mean, what else could you ask for?
Yeah.
It's great. She's so knowledgeable. She knows her stuff. So it's not like we have to search for hours what we want. If you want to do that, that's cool. But she had all the recommendations. So.
And at first when we like kind of told her what we were planning on doing, like she has made the process so simple. Like she's had great recommendations every step of the way. Yeah. And yeah, like she's just made it really
We had a basic
easy.
idea of what we wanted. And she was like, actually, I would probably do this instead of that if, this would work better.
Or like this would be more cost effective.
Yeah.
Or
she just gives you all the recommendations and gets as close to what you want.
Yeah.
So
it's been really helpful. So make sure you book with a Disney travel agent, not just through Disney by yourself.
Yeah. We highly recommend.
Highly recommend
Minnie Mouse Trips. We will link her stuff below.
Good find. Very good find. Good contact.
Thanks, Emily.
As we wrap up, we're so excited. You guys, thanks for being here with us. Let's talk about celebrating future milestones. So what's one thing you're looking forward to celebrating in the next year? And I know that's a big question because this year could hold anything.
Right. I don't know. That's a hard question. I mean, is it supposed to be serious or funny?
Anything you want.
Anything I want. I mean, obviously I'm excited to go to Disney. And then obviously we don't know where the podcast is going to take us. So like we might be on season 3 by the end of the year. I don't know, something crazy. So that might be cool to see. And then also just for funsies, I'm hoping to hit 20 Kane concerts this year.
Love that.
Not like 20 whole this year, but like counting the 12 last year.
Yeah.
Try and get to 20.
I think you'll hit that pretty easy.
I don't know if I'll make it, but like I think it'll just be
She's going to be fine.
I don't know. I need to do something big, right?
Yeah, to celebrate 20. I think mine obviously is also Disney because I'm just really excited. And I agree with you that like it makes me just feel like a little kid and I can just be like magical and happy about the princesses. And then I agree, like season 2 is all mapped out. So you guys are in on our little secret here is that season 2 is mapped out and we are so pumped.
We are very excited.
We're so pumped for season 2 and then season 3. I'm so excited
To see what it holds.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I think that like planning ways to celebrate ahead of time makes it that much more exciting.
Definitely.
Yeah. So we have something special planned for the end of season 2. I'm going to put special in air quotes for those of you listening. Okay. Special. And that is 2 people that we love very much are planning something.
And we don't know what it is.
For us. And we don't know what it is. So something special is coming at the end of season 2. And that makes it even more fun.
It's a surprise for all of us.
We're going to celebrate.
Also, I think the key is to stay open to celebrating things that are unexpected because unexpected things are going to come up. Because sometimes the best moments are the unexpected things.
I agree. Thank you so much for joining us today. Whether it's a big milestone like finishing a season of a podcast or a small win like making it through a really tough week, which is a small win, by the way, we hope this episode inspires you to celebrate the moments that matter to you with the people that matter to you.
Let us know how you like to celebrate on Instagram at LightHeartedPod. Also, stay tuned to our YouTube channel and subscribe if you're not already because we are going to be vlogging this Disney trip and we'll have some fun footage for you guys.
Thank you so much for joining us on our very first season.
Stay lighthearted. This podcast was recorded on Buzzsprout in West Virginia. This episode was not sponsored by Minnie Mouse Trips, Disney World, or anything else mentioned in this video.
That's a wrap, everybody.
That's a wrap on season 1.
Season 1's over. Oh my gosh. How do you feel? Let's do like a little exit interview here. How are you feeling?
Overwhelmed, but in a good way.
Yeah.
And emotional. And like, this is so outside of my comfort zone. Like, this is not something I would typically do.
Yeah.
And I've shared a lot of things that I just didn't expect to share. So I can't believe we just did that.
I can't believe it. Oh my gosh.
I'm so excited to keep going.
But for real, like, you're so amazing and there's nobody else that like I would want to be doing this with. So thank you for being here and doing this.
Thank you. I agree.
I love it.
100%.
I love working with you.
We work well together.
I agree. And now we get to travel well together and I'm so excited. Yeah.
That's a wrap on season 1. Rachel and Britton, space out.
Space out.
If you're loving the podcast, don't worry, LightHearted will return for our season 2 premiere on March 18th. We have some really fun things planned and we are just so excited to share it with you guys.